Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 17 plate Volkswagen Transporter T6. This is the T32, which means it's got a 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. It's the 2 litre TDI, 150 brake horsepower, short wheelbase Euro 6 Highline Kombi. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Highline Kombi. There's a number of extras which have been added and factory extras on this vehicle, so I'll talk you through those. We'll also have a look at things like the ownership and service history and condition as well, seeing as it is currently available for sale. So starting at the rear of the vehicle, we've got a rear glazed tailgate. What I mean by that is a tailgate, or a door which opens up like so, and glazed with a window in the back. On a Highline, you get a number of elements which are color-coded, such as the bumpers, the mirrors, and also things like these handles as well. And in the rear bumper, you get integrated rear parking sensors as well. That's all as standard. A few things that have been added to this particular van. We've got a nice Van X. It's a sort of carbon fiber look rear bumper protector. And we've also got the rear, it's a Sportline style spoiler as well. And when we combine that with a number of other elements on this, really does set it off very nicely. We've got I believe these are 18-inch. They are 18-inch alloy wheels. They are diamond cut, typically diamond cut alloy wheels. There is a little bit of corrosion just there in the centre of the wheel, but overall, that one's probably the worst out of the four actually. But we'll have a look at the others as we go around. Chrome sidebars, and we'll open up the rear of the van as well. One other little touch is they've changed the rear badge on this as well for, again, a carbon fibre look rear badge. And when we open up the back, you can have a look at the inside here. So this has been fully carpet lined. So it's all carpet lined on the sides of the van. I can only assume that this has been insulated as well. And we've got the full Alcantara headlining with the LED lights which have been added. We've also got extra rear speakers here in the rear. And you've got a glimpse there of what the seats are. I'll talk you through those when we go around to the front. Again, all this is carpeted. You can actually see here by this logo which is just there. This has been done by New Wave Camper Conversions. You can look them up online. They do very, very nice camper conversions indeed. And it looks like, as I say, they've done this all this lining and everything here. Throughout the vehicle, they've had these extra sort of mats added as well to protect the flooring, and also as well these extra layers of carpet and things. It just makes everything a little bit more quiet in the van when you're driving, a little bit more car-like. Another bit of spec, you've actually got a power latching tailgate, so I don't know if you would have been able to pick that up on the sound then, but as I shut it, the power latching tailgate, it's sort of just, it's like a soft closure, so it just sucks the rear tailgate in. As we then come down the passenger side, condition of this van is very, very good. I will point out, of course, as I did with the corrosion on the alloy wheel, I will point out anything that I can see, but all in all, it does look to be very, very good indeed. As you can see here with this alloy wheel, this one is in near perfect condition, all very good. As I mentioned, you've got the chrome sidebars. As standard, you'll get a glazed side loading door like this with an opening window just there. If we open that up, and then we can have a look at the seats here in the back. Now, first thing that is apparent, a very, very nice addition to this van are the leather seats. Of course, they are matching in the front as well. You've got these very nice double stitched there, diamond crested seats. I would call these sort of burgundy leather. You can sort of come to your own name of the colour, but I would probably call it burgundy. But I got to say, in contrast with the Indium grey and the leather, I think it's a very, very classy look to the van. And then of course you've got all of the usual features of a 2+1 rear seat. That is actually an optional extra as well. As standard, these come with a bench, but this has got the 2+1 seat there. So you've got the ISOFIX compatibility across the seats. If you pull on, say, this tab just here, you can then fold that seat down like so. You can do exactly the same with the middle seats as well. If you pull on that tab, then you can fold those seats down as well. and by using the tabs on the rear of the seat, so one's like this and then another one over there, you can then remove the seat altogether if you want to. And again, of course, you can do exactly the same with this one. So plenty of versatility with these vans. You can take all of these seats out using the quick release feature, and then you could use it as a van. You could just take one seat out if you wanted to. You could take the two seats out. So it gives you, as I say, lots of options, lots of versatility. In terms of condition, the leather's all in very, very good order indeed. If I'm being hypercritical, there are some very small marks here on the back of the leather. If we look at the back of the other seats as well, they actually seem to be in pretty good order, but of course, as I say, you are going to get the odd mark here or there. As I say, all carpet lined on the side panels. And I say, it just gives you another chance here to look at that Alcantara headlining. Hopefully the camera will focus on that. There we go. So as I say, full Alcantara headlining. Very, very nice indeed. There is a little switch for the LED lights that is just in there, so you can turn the lights on or off manually like that if you want to. As I say, all the extra mats as well, these have all been added afterwards, and as I say, just gives the van a more of a car-like feel to it. As we open up the passenger door, the leather continues here in the front, and again, condition-wise, very difficult to fault. Oh, that's some service history, we don't want to lose that. On that note, we have got some very nice service history with this van. So we've got a recent service here. This is in January 2021, as you can see there. Fuel filter, air filter, oil filter, that was all done at 28,500 miles. And then we've got another bill here as well from VW. This is for another service, and that is 13,000 miles. And that was in August 2018. So very, very nice service history. Another sort of optional extra with this van is we've got two keys over there with the vehicle. We've got two additional spare keys as well. So you've actually got 4 full remote keys with this van. All the mats, as I say, running through. They've even got mats inside here in the door pockets as well. Another little feature that they've added, that you can get this extra seal here which goes all the way around the outside of the van, and that makes you, when you shut the door, it sounds, they say, more like a Golf as opposed to a Transporter. I think it's a really nice little thing to add. You can turn the passenger airbag off there if you like. You've got a USB port here, and I'll talk you through the rest of the spec when we just go around to the driver's side in a second. But as I say, when you shut the door, it just gives it more of a solid sort of sound to it, which I think is very nice indeed. As I say, looking at the front here, we've got the colour-coded mirrors, colour-coded bumper. This one has had a front splitter added as well. Again, to be critical, but to be as transparent as I can be, you know, like a lot of these splitters, there are a few marks or stone chips and things like that on the front splitter. On the front splitter, it's not horrendous by any stretch of the imagination, but there are a few little marks there. They've changed these daytime running bulbs to a brighter, more white bulb. I can see that. And you've also got front fog lights there as well. If we just jump into the driver's seat, and so we'll have a look there. Another little thing they've added here, they've changed this trim for a sort of, again, it's from Vanex, it's a sort of carbon fibre look to that little trim. Now if we open this up here, again, the mats, we've got electric windows, we've got electric heated folding mirrors, that would be an optional extra. And then you've got auto-activated lights and wipers. Those are the other two remote keys which I mentioned. Lovely leather multifunctioning steering wheel. On the right hand side, this is where you can control the onboard computer, you can answer the phone, etc. On the left hand side, you've got cruise control, and also you can do the volume there as well. And if we look at the mileage, only 29,734 miles, so very nice mileage. If we have a good look at the driver's seat, the only sort of wear here on the edge of the driver's seat, I guess as to be expected, but certainly not severe or excessive, I wouldn't say. But again, I just think that is such a beautiful colour for the leather of the seats. Twin adjustable armrests. These are on a little wheel underneath here, so you can actually adjust those to your desired height. You've got those on both the seats. And if we jump in, you've got the 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with a 150 brake horsepower engine. If we look up here at the screen, you can see we've got DAB radio here. You can also connect your phone to this via an AUX port. You've got an SD card slot there, and as I mentioned earlier, you've got the USB slot there as well. Air conditioning, which I can tell you is blowing absolutely freezing. Heated windscreen, and you can turn your start-stop off as well. We've got the full book pack with the van. And again, interior-wise, it's very difficult to fault in terms of condition. And just one last look there at that very nice Alcantara headlining. And I say the lining there, which goes all the way through to the back. Very, very smart indeed. If you'd like to inquire on this van, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR. And we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.